Hi everyone, welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version of the Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel, which became the book of Zion. And I am reading from the 13th chapter of the corresponding Pot Smoker's Bible, which is the commentary. I had to write the commentary book of Zion, to the book of Zion in order to legally publish the prophecy, because the prophecy was intentionally written in the words of the prophets themselves, not in my own words. So, now, free of charge, everything, as far as I'm concerned, everything I do is free of charge. I don't want your damn money. Money sucks. So, I'm going to start back where I left off with, was there no man? The governments of this world are denying me and others like me the right to live. They are denying the people of Zion their way of life. We are reminded next that the term God is offensive to the gray. The designation of God is that of aliens. So to dishonor to dishonor him is to use that word, God blank. This is dishonor. The aliens, the grays, don't deserve that. This society hates the word fuck. But God is used on TV all the time. But my people are by far the worst offenders in this regard. So let's all stop dishonoring the gray with this unacceptable, very disrespectful term. And I want to add something in here. This is an old saying of mine. If you think about that word, it is a curse. You are literally saying God, damn, whatever it is that you're saying that about. And if you think about it, 9 times out of 10, that which you are damning is most dear to you. So, the next time you use that vain, disgusting word, think about what you just damned. And think about who you just dishonored. Back to the text. The final the final verse in this passage tells us that the people of Zion will know God's new name. Ishi is the name of the gray who impregnated me in 1977. He is my voice. But that doesn't mean that Ishi is the only name my people will know. Each priest will learn the name of each gray that they speak to. But only the priests will know the names of those gray. Ishi is the name chosen 3,000 years ago by the gray to represent all gray to all humans, excepting, of course, the priests who know the gray one-on-one. Isaiah 6 Isaiah 61, 8, and 9 is Zion 10, 7, and 8. For I, the Lord, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offerings, and I will direct their works in truth. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge him, that they are the seed which the Lord hath blessed. Isaiah goes on explaining that God's verdict on the war on drugs. He explains that the gray love justice. They hate the robbery of the police when they steal our marijuana, which we burn when we offer ourselves to the grave by getting high. The very act of getting high connects the user to the gray through telepathy. All who use are known to the gray. So anyone who gets high but doesn't want to be in the presence of the gray will just have to stop getting high. So the gray really don't like it when the cops keep us from getting high. It goes on to say that once the people of Zion realize who they are and decide to join the gray, they will change. The gray will teach them to become better people. Their former sins will be their glory. The gray will make a deal with the drug users that will never end. For as long as the gray and the Zionites exist, they will work together for the rest of humanity. In the future, the entire human race will honor the priesthood of Zion for their humanitarian service. The children will be known to all. Everyone will know the blessings given to those capable of using our entire brains. The Zionite people are the most blessed of all humans. Isaiah 50, verse 2 is Zion 10:9. Wherefore, when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer? Is my hand shortened that it cannot redeem? Or have I no power to deliver? Behold, at my rebuke I dry up the sea. I make rivers a wilderness. Their fish stinketh, because there is no water. They die at the thirst. Isaiah 5:50 verse 2 informs us that the gray looked for, but could not find a man to speak on their behalf. Then, to show the power of their abilities, the gray tell us about the earth changes that are coming and are happening. The drying up of the sea could refer to the waters receding during tsunamis. TV footage shows us the stinking fish that drown in the water due to the oxygen deprivations. This also refers to the drought that dries up the lake beds, all of which verifies that this is the time of the prophecy. Isaiah 51:18-20 is Zion 10:10-12. There is none to guide her among the sons she has brought forth, neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up. These two things shall come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all streets. As a wild bull in a net, they are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. Isaiah 51:18-20 speaks of the lack of the desire to read the religious texts among my people. This is the male-dominated society. But by society, a man is to return to glorify the wicked. But no male bothered to think about God or prophecies. Zion's sons are all those who use drugs that are younger than she is. Because no one stepped forward to defend the drug users, their plight has been life-threatening. The governments use every means to destroy those people who use drugs. My sons are frisked, spread eagle on the streets. My people need a champion to fight for their cause. Because of the injustice of our lives, My children are angry and resent the way that we are treated, especially the sons. The brutality of the police is unjustifiable. We have done nothing wrong. In Isaiah 10:22 and 23, give me a sec. Which is Zion 10:13 and 14. It says, "And through the people of Israel, by be as this, and though the people of Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. For the Lord God of hosts hath made a consumption even determined in the midst of all the land." Now, I'm going to read to you what I have here, but then I have to clarify it because of COVID-19. I wrote this before COVID-19, so COVID-19 changes this part of the text. In Isaiah 10:23, we are told that most of the future people known as Zionites, descended from Abraham, won't be blood relatives. Israel is more than just the Jewish people of Abrahamic blood. The rest of the verses are about the consumption decree, COVID-19. Consumption is an old way of saying a cancer of the lungs, or in this case is a virus that attacks the lungs. We smoke cigarettes and marijuana, and we have pre-existing conditions, which makes us weak, which increases our risk of this consumption of cancer, pre-existing conditions, and then the COVID comes in and consumes those who have pre-existing conditions, who have these consuming problems. Our consumption is, however, said to overflow with righteousness. This decreed consumption is widespread and it's in all places. Now, the righteousness decreed is the people rising up in the street and protesting the police brutality. This is the righteousness that is decreed, that it comes during the time of the consumption of this disease, because consumption is a disease. Isaiah 53, Isaiah 33, 5 and 6 becomes Zion 10, 15 and 16. The Lord is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Isaiah 33, 5 and 6 tells us that when Zion is finished training to be the prophet, the gray are pleased. She has learned judgment. She knows what is righteousness. She is ready to begin her prophecy. God is pleased. The wisdom and knowledge Zion has learned will ensure that her leadership will be successful. She knows what is important to ensure her people's welfare. The government propaganda instilling fear into the public will guarantee that that Zion will have a peaceful future. She knows what to do. Isaiah 18:7 is Zion 10:17. And that is where we're going to start next time, because that's all the time I have for right now. So may the gray watch over you, guide you, and protect you from all harm. May they keep you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Stay happy and high, everyone. Pursue that thing that makes you happy, whether it be artwork, carpentry, computer stuff, video games, whatever. Make that your life, man, because that'll make you happy. Stay happy and high. Know I love you. Later. I'll never say goodbye.